Hello everybody. My name is Michael Stockstill and I'm going to be your instructor for Gen Chem 1 this term. In this video I'm going to give you a tour of our virtual classroom, give you some idea of the different activities that we're going to be doing and the assignments that are going to be due. This is going to be an entirely online lecture, which means that we're not going to have any regularly scheduled times when we're going to be meeting together to do the lecture portion. Instead, I'm going to provide you with different kind of handwritten materials and videos that I make for myself. And some of you guys might really like this, right? This might be exactly what you're looking. It's going to give you the flexibility in your schedule that you need. And some other people might have like a little bit of anxiety about this, right? Like you're kind of out there just all by yourself. But I want you to know that you can always reach me via email. Please go ahead and send me an email directly from your Mott Gmail account to my Mott Gmail account. It really makes it easier for me to like respond with like pictures and attachments and stuff like that. I usually respond really quickly, and I can usually really help resolve any kind of issues very quickly through email. Sometimes though it gets a little bit more complicated and we have to schedule a Zoom meet, which is always going to be fine. I block out a lot of time during my week to meet with the students. So please feel free to contact me early and often whenever you need any help. So we're going to start off our little virtual tour here with the Canvas dashboard. The first thing we need to do is find our class. That's going to be this one right here, Chem 131 Hybrid Hyb01, so section 01, winter 21-22. The first thing you're going to see is going to be this landing page. It's got a little welcome message from me. It's got my contact information here, including an office hour link. This is anytime we have a Zoom meeting, you're going to use this link right here. It'll always be the same one, so it's pretty easy. And you're going to find it in a couple other places as we look around. So you can usually find that pretty easily. I also have a phone number here. This isn't my actual cell phone. It's like one of those WebTenna phone numbers that I keep specifically for the students. But you can call it and you can text it and stuff. And you know, don't think that you're going to be bothering me or anything like that. That's there for you guys to use. This right here is actually a link. So if I open this up, it's going to take us to our online textbook. This is free. So, you know, so long as you just want to view it online, you can always just follow that link and do that. And you're going to see there's some other options to like download files and stuff like that. And we're going to be covering from chapter 1 all the way up to chapter 9 in this class. After that, it's got a little message here that says that you might want to begin and giving you a little instruction, and this little button here that if I click is going to take us to the modules page. But I actually want to skip that at first. I want to get into the syllabus. So if we take a look at the syllabus here, you're going to start off with information about me again. Again, it's got that office hours link. There are the important dates from the college. There's some important information here, like the last day that you can drop for a full refund. You know, when can you expect midterm grades are going to be up, final grades are going to be up, when's the last day of class, that kind of stuff. You can see that our class is going to begin on the 8th, January 8th. Then we have the required materials. The only thing that's required is a scientific calculator. Again, you don't absolutely have to have this, but it's a nice thing to get, especially if you're going to expect to move forward in STEM classes and stuff. And then you are going to need laboratory goggles and a lab coat for our lab classes that are going to be meeting. After that, you're going to find a course description. You're going to see the prerequisites here. You wouldn't have been able to register if you didn't meet the prerequisites, but you know, they're there for you. We have our student learning outcomes, and then a general overview of what we're going to be covering in the class, followed up with our different laboratory activities. Here you're going to find more information about the textbook that we're going to be using, OpenStax. And you can see in particular, you can download a PDF for offline use if you don't have great internet. This is a good option for you. If you want to take a look at it on your phone or tablet or something, you can do Android or Apple. If you're into Kindle, I like Kindle, so you can download a Kindle book. And if you want, you can order a print copy from here, or you can get that from the library at the school. They're about the same price, so it doesn't really matter. However you want to get it. There's a little bit of information here about contacting me. The important thing is just that I prefer if you guys email me directly from your Ma email account to my Ma account or email account, because sometimes this Canvas inbox over here kind of messes up my messages, and I don't really like that. I want you guys to see exactly what it is that I intend for you to see. So it's very helpful if you do go to your Ma Gmail account and email me directly from there. Attendance, this being a virtual class and a in-person class, your attendance is going to be based on completing the assignments. So make sure that you complete all the assignments, and you'll be marked as attending for each week. Homework. So we're going to have homework each week. And these problems are not going to be graded, and you're not going to turn them in to me. Instead, what's going to happen is you guys are going to receive all of the homework solutions that I have written out for you with a lot of nice notes and stuff like that. And this is really intended for you guys to get some exposure to what some of the problems are going to look like on the quizzes and stuff like that. And to really replace a lot of the learning that I would normally do in person by like writing out on the board and working through problems with you guys. It's really in my homework guides. And so because it's not graded, it would be very tempting to just not do it. But I'm telling you that this is going to be a big mistake. This is really your chance to get an idea of what kind of problems in the future are going to look like and how you should work through them. So you guys should definitely take a look at all the homework problems each week. Then we get into the bulk of it here, which is going to be our lecture quizzes. So most weeks you're going to have 2 quizzes, and they're going to be administered through Canvas. We'll see how that works in the modules here. They're going to be due Saturday of each week. So both of the quizzes are going to be due on Saturdays. And this is just me trying to give you guys the maximum amount of time to complete the quizzes. I highly recommend that you don't wait till Saturday night, okay? Because you're going to find that you're going to have 2 quizzes due, and all of the laboratory work could be due, and you're going to have the laboratory work to do and stuff on Saturday nights, and it's going to be like too much, okay? I gave you guys 2 quizzes, not because I'm trying to give you guys a lot of work. I'm really trying to break the work up for you. So you're going to find that the first quiz each week is like a little bit lighter and just kind of gives you an idea of what the second quiz, it's a little bit more in depth, is going to look like. And it gives you guys extra attempts here basically too, because you're going to have 2 attempts on each one of the quizzes. So by having 2 quizzes, kind of breaking it up, and you're giving yourself, I'm giving you extra attempts at each one of the assignments, and that's pretty much it, right? So the only other important thing is that you are allowed to collaborate on the homework problems, but you can't collaborate together on the quizzes. You got to do individual quizzes. The next thing are going to be the exams. And I have the dates here for when the exams are going to be. And on these, you're just going to get 1 attempt. Okay, but there's not going to be any quiz for that week or anything like that. And once you start it, you are going to have 24 hours to complete it. But they're going to be open for a week. Okay, so you have a week to start it. But once you start, you're only going to have 24 hours. You only get 1 attempt. And I do have to be very strict about making sure that you guys do the exams and you're not late on those. You do have a long time to do them. You have a full week when they're open. So please plan out during that week that you're going to have time to sit down, do the entire exam, get it done, and make sure that, you know, everything goes well. You have stable internet, your computer's working right and stuff. And leave yourself a little bit of room in that week so that if something does go wrong, you can go back and, you know, fix that up for yourself, you know. Don't wait till like you have like 2 hours, you know, started at 9:59 at night and then be surprised if something goes poorly, please. So then we're going to have the laboratory activities. We're going to be meeting on Tuesday nights from 6 to 8:55 p.m. This is going to be in the Gorman Science Building, room 306. That's on the 3rd floor of the Gorman Science Building. And we're going to be going through and doing our laboratory activities there. You are going to be completing some data sheets during this time. And you're going to be doing a quiz. And the quiz is going to be on Canvas still. So I'll show you that when we do the modules here. And I will be there to help you guys, you know, give you instruction for the lab and help you guys fill out all the paperwork and stuff. So we're going to have fun doing that. I always love doing labs. So it's going to be a good time. I am going to be continuing to develop this class as we go along. So please don't be surprised if there's like a few changes in the future. I'm never going to push up any deadlines or anything like that. But you might find that like some of the points or something might get shifted around or something on an assignment that hasn't been released yet. So if it hasn't been released yet, some things may change a little bit. But for the most part, it's pretty set up at this point. So you shouldn't expect too many changes. You can see that the bulk of our points for the grade are going to be in the lecture quizzes. So I like to give you guys a lot of different assignments. That way, no one particular assignment is really worth that much. So, you know, you don't have that whole gotcha. But we are going to have the midterm exam. We're going to have the final exam. And they are going to be worth 15 to 20 points each, 20% each. So there's still, you know, quite a bit there. The laboratory quizzes are only going to be 5% of our grade. And the laboratory reports are going to be 20%. So there's not too much of our points there. But there is this rule here, and the rule is that students who earn less than 60% in the laboratory portion of the course will receive an overall course grade of 0, failure, regardless of the total course points earned. And so I've never had to do that, but if you do not get at least a 60% in the laboratory, it doesn't matter if you have an A in the lecture portions, you wind up failing the class. So please do keep that in mind. We're going to work together, and I don't expect that this will be a problem, but I mean, you know, if you just don't show up or something and don't do it, well, it's not much I can do. Here's the grade scale. You are going to notice that 94 is the bottom to get an A. It is a little bit difficult to get that 4.0 GPA in this class, but I have lots of students who still do it, and so if you work hard, you can get there. You can follow this link here to learn about some tutoring. Plagiarism, obviously, I could give you guys the whole lecture. Plagiarism is stealing somebody else's work, saying that it's yours. You know, cheating in general is just not a good thing, and I'm really good at picking it up. So please just don't put me in the position where I have to you know, do something about it here and report you to the school. And the rest of this is pretty much the boilerplate kind of information that you're going to see in all of the syllabuses. There is a procedure that you should read about down here for when you visit campus. You have to do like temperature checks and stuff like that. So we're going to need that for our labs. But I think the rest of that is pretty self-explanatory. And then at the bottom, you're going to have a course summary where you can see all of our due dates here. This is really, really helpful to you. You can also come over here and take a look here in this calendar, and you're going to see all of the due dates that we have here too. Once you land yourself on in the modules section here, you're going to see that we have these different sections. Each one of these is different modules. The first one is just that landing page. It's the same as this home up here, so that you can always return to that if you want to. Next, we have the getting started one. There's some information about me and this instructor and how to be successful in this course. There's a little optional activity to update your Canvas profile, so you can, put in a little picture or something, tell us a little something about yourself. That's always nice. More information about the textbook, and then various different supports and resources that are offered by both Mott Community College and Canvas to help you be successful. It's definitely worth taking a look at each one of these, and even if you don't read through and check them all out and stuff, to at least know that they're there, so that if you run into trouble later, you can go back and refer to those. After that, you can see that it's just broken out with weeks with the beginning and end date on each one. We'll start off with week 1. Every week starts off with some readings here. These are links so that you can open those up. It's going to take you right to our reading for that week. So each one of the sections that we're going to wind up covering. The first week is pretty light. We only have 2 little reading assignments here. After that, you're going to find the lecture assignments. The first one here is to just introduce yourself. That's going to be a discussion board kind of thing. Just, write a little something to tell us something about yourselves, and I'll be responding to it. After that, you're going to find the week's homework. When you take a look here, you're just going to see a list of different problems. We only have the first 3 problems for this first week, and then a little link here. If we follow that, it's going to take you to the textbook and the pages where the problems start. So you might have to scroll down a little bit to find the actual problems that we're going to be doing for each one of the homework assignments. After that, you're going to find the week's quiz. So once you click on one of your quizzes, you're going to land on a page like this. You can see the title of the page, of the quiz, when it's due, how many points there are going to be. I try to even out the points as much as possible, but some are going to be worth a little bit more. Some weeks are going to be worth a little bit more than others. How many questions there are. You can see that there's no time limit and that you're going to be allowed 2 attempts. So let's start off by taking this quiz. You can see these are all multiple choice questions, but you're going to find other question types too, like matching, little drop-down boxes, and a lot of them are going to be like numerical answers where you need to enter in a value. If we take a look at these questions, so this one says, identify the following statement as being most similar to a hypothesis, a law, or a theory. The volume of a sample of gas is indirectly proportional to the temperature of the gas. I think that might be a law, so I'll click law. And then over here is the same kind of question, but this one says the matter consists of tiny particles that can combine at specific ratios to form a substance with specific properties. I'm not sure, maybe that's a hypothesis. And then if we come down here and we hit submit, we're going to see that we're splashed here where it says that we didn't answer 3 of our questions. So this is going to be an indicator for you guys to go back and answer a question if you see that, but we're just going to forge ahead here. Once we're done, you can see that here we don't get any kind of feedback or anything like that. That means that we got this question right. And that here you can see that it says that we're incorrect. So we know this isn't the right one that we chose here. And then the rest of them are flagged as unanswered. And then if we come back up to the top, we can see our latest attempt, how long we took, and what our score was here. So you're going to be able to take another attempt at the quiz, and you're going to know that you need to choose law for question 1 in this case, so that you don't get that one wrong again when you got it right the first time. And you'll know that you got this one incorrect, and so you need to make a different kind of choice here. So you can really be savvy by using your attempts wisely when you take the quizzes. So I think that's pretty pretty much it for quizzes. Let's jump back here to modules. For our first week, we're going to be doing laboratory safety. We're going to be meeting and discussing some of the details about Mott's laboratory and their policies and stuff too. But you just have this page here for our laboratory assignments. It's got some videos and some information and stuff for you to look over. And then you're going to take the laboratory safety quiz. And you're going to find that the laboratory quizzes are a little bit different. Here we got these drop-down boxes ones, a couple of multiple choice, multiple answer ones where you got to click all the ones that are the correct answers. And they usually end with some sort of essay type question where you're going to actually write something to me and tell me a little something about our laboratory that week. I want you guys to, under the best of circumstances, do these laboratory quizzes before we meet on Tuesday. But I am being nice and giving you guys till Saturday of each week to complete them. So if you don't get them done by Tuesday, it is okay. But I do want you guys to make every attempt to have them done by Tuesdays. After that, you're going to find the additional resources. And there's a lot of really good content for you guys here. The first thing I want to show you guys is the homework solutions. And this takes the form of these little PDFs. You can download them or you can view them on here. So you can download them here. You can view them inside of Canvas. And it has my whole write-up here where I've answered all the questions. And I give a lot of little detailed notes and stuff like that. And use some colors and stuff like that to really kind of explain how to do all the problems. The next one that you're going to find are going to be these presentations. That these are just PowerPoint slides, a PDF of a PowerPoint slide. And then here you're going to find a video. This is hosted on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, where I go through the whole presentation and give you guys like a little lecture. So you're getting kind of the PowerPoint type lecture right here from me. And then you're getting more of the chalk talk type of working through problems through the homework solutions here. And then in addition to that, there are these supplemental videos down here. And if you click here, you'll find a full transcript at the bottom here. And then a video that's done by the Jove people. They're pretty good on different topics and stuff. So if you're a little bit more of a visual learner who likes videos, these can be helpful for you guys. You're also going to find that I will upload videos in the additional resource area that are kind of helpful, where I'm working through problems with my document camera that are kind of in addition to the homework solutions that I post. And you may find like little PDFs and little things that I add on there too. Starting with week 2, we're going to start having 2 quizzes per week. And you're going to start to see these 2 assignments for the lab. So we're going to have a quiz like we did before, and then we're going to have the measurement report. And when you go into here, you're just going to see this single question that says to zip up all of your files for your report and post them right here. You guys don't actually have to do this. You can print off your reports and any of the accompanying materials, Excel sheets and stuff, and physically staple them all together and hand them in to me the next time that we meet for a laboratory. But if you do choose to submit them electronically, you can do that here. And this will have to happen the day before we meet. So on Monday nights, this is when you're going to have to put them in electronically. If not, you're going to have to hand them in to me in person and print them off and stuff the week before. You are going to be going into the PDFs here. and reading through the PDFs for all of the labs before we meet. And then at the end of them, it's got the instructions and stuff, so you're going to know what to expect. At the end of them, we're going to have these data sheets, and this is what you're going to be turning into me for the report. You can print these off if you have access to a printer, or if you want to do that at Mott, and just fill them out. If you do have difficulties where you're not able to print off the report data sheets, you can recreate these in like a notebook or something like that. That's fine, but do try to kind of format them just like the data sheets here. That's going to make it a lot easier for me when I need to go back and grade them. And I think that's pretty much it. It's just pretty much cycles through that over and over again until we get to week 8, where we're going to have our midterm exam. So you can see that we don't have any any quizzes that week, except for, well, there's an extra credit quiz, which you'll find out a little bit more about when we get to that. We are going to have a meeting for our lab that week. Then week 9 is spring break, so there's nothing here for us to do. And then we go through the last half of the class until eventually we get to the final week, when all we have scheduled is just the final exam. So we're not going to be meeting that final week for lab, and you're not going to have any more content or anything like that. We just have to focus on doing well on the final exam. And I think that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions or anything as we get into this, please feel free to email me. I may be scheduling a Zoom meet, a little get to know you kind of thing for the first week. I still have to look at my schedule for that. And if I do, then I will also record that and post that up here for everybody to see.